Hi, my name is Jay Grams. My family has owned the Volo Auto Museum since 1960. We have a few hundred of the most exciting collector cars, and they're all for sale in one location. I personally have handpicked them from around the country. Welcome to my sales shop. Come on, let's go for a spin. I'm truly excited to offer today a 1956 Studebaker Golden Hawk. This car is just full of style. It's unique, it's distinctive. There's not another car out there that looks like this or ever looked like this. I walked through our showroom. The first showroom has about 50 cars. This was sitting there. It just stands out to me. If you're building a collection of cars, I suggest this one because this will be a centerpiece. Maybe not the most expensive piece or the rarest piece, but it is a cool piece. From the tail fins and the big grill, big motor. This is known as the first muscle car, or one of the first muscle cars. There's a 352 275 horse motor and a fairly lightweight compact car. Anyway, go to volocars.com. You can read the information, look at all the pictures top to bottom, and you will find a price tag on every car along with a monthly finance option at volocars.com. If you enjoy these videos, subscribe, click on the bell icon. You'll be notified as the new videos are posted. But for right now, join me. Let's go for a spin. Okay, this is a 68,000 actual mile car. It's just been very well preserved, maintained as needed. It lived out west almost its entire life, California. This is part of the Claude O estate. We bought 25 cars from one collector. He had a full-time mechanic maintaining his cars because he wanted to be able to drive any car at any time. So this is from his collection. He passed away, unfortunately. Prior to him owning it, there used to be a file filled with all documentation and maintenance records going back to 1958. And that file is missing, but this is a legitimate car. Supposedly it was a two-owner car up until Claude buying it. But the car speaks for itself. 68,000 mile, rust-free, well-maintained car. Anyone that looks at it that knows cars would have a hard time disputing that. So underneath, there's no rust. The floors are all original with the original undercoat. I don't even think they've been spray painted over, so it's honest. There's nothing to hide. They look to be rock solid. The frame and chassis components are smooth. They're not pitted or flaky. It has a nice satin black finish. Maintained as needed. Up front, it looks like the shocks and springs were replaced. There's miscellaneous hardware and steering components and cotter pins that look fresh. So someone has kept up with the service. Has a dual exhaust all the way out the back with the really cool looking Studebaker tips on each one. The fuel system looks original. The brakes are drum brakes. E-brake is hooked up. You look up at the motor, it's clean. It has the Ultramatic transmission, they call it. That's their automatic transmission. So under the car is real good. I looked at our service record and I just called the mechanic and said, did this one skip service? He said, no, why? And I said, there's nothing in there. And he apologized for not putting a note in there, but he said the car didn't need anything. A few of the controls weren't working and he just used them and they started working. But the car went through the shop with nothing, and I don't see that very often, needing nothing. But like I said, Claude had a full-time mechanic maintaining his cars. So let's talk about the body. I read that these wings are fiberglass. I never knew that. I was researching the car. These are fiberglass wings. The body is straight. I mean, laser straight. It's called Midnight Black. I forget the color of the white, but this is a straight roof. No issues, no rust, no damage. Even way down here, it's smooth, clean, metal. No issues, all lines up real nice. Here's an issue right here. Some cracks in the paint. Something must have happened related to the hinge. So it must have got a little bent right there or something and cracked the paint. This is all great. No rust. All lines up. This is the first year they raised the hood, gave it this big grill, cool little scoop. That's because they made room for a bigger engine, the 352 Packard engine. All fits really well. This is just such cool design. This doesn't look like a 56 Chevy or a 56 Ford or anything else for that matter. All straight, beautiful, clean, smooth and clean along the bottom. It's all real nice. All smooth and clean, straight. The paint is beautiful. It's polished out real nice. It's not a $30,000 paint job. There's really no flaws to speak of, but there might be a dust or a little texture or a little imperfection here or there, but yeah, paint shows really nice. There were some nicks and chips way down here below the trim. Back here, it's all looking nice. Okay, glass is original, but very good. Original stainless trim here. It has light abrasions on it, but very good. Optional backup lights. These lights here are optional. The bumper's been rechromed. Here's them cool tailpipe tips I talked about. I love the V right here. I'm guessing maybe that stood for the V8. This trimmed on the side looks like it's polished out like chrome. Nice original door handle, all nice original trim. Got a cool looking mirror. The rubber gasket around the antenna is cracked. This trim's real nice. These are turn signals. Look how big they are. It's mounted on top of the fender. It's kind of quirky, but kind of cool. I really like it. All this chrome and all this. This is rechromed. The grill looks to be very good original. This looks like it's new. These look like they're new. Windshield's original, so there's little specks, no cracks, but it has little specks and scratches in the trim. They call this a pillarless coupe because it does not have the pillar. The old ones, I think the windows swung out and had a pillar there. Cool looking original hubcaps, nice shape, old white wall tires. So there you have it. Cool car. Let's open it up, see what it's like inside. All right, let's see what the inside of a trunk looks like on a 56 Studebaker. This back part of the trunk lid is ribbed. That's all just part of the trunk lid, painted black. Is the original emblem here, Golden Hawk. That was their sporty, I think, top-of-the-line model. So I'd imagine they were all just painted gray. That was a money-saving step by Studebaker. But it's all clean, solid. Has a nice liner kit, tire cover. Does have a white wall tire here. It's never been used with a painted rim. And then there's the jack laying there. Weather strip is nice and soft. Really just a cool car, and I think I hit it on the head when I said it doesn't look like anything else. People will spot it, like, what is that? You can have the most beautiful 55 Chevy sitting there, but we've all seen them before in various colors and shapes and sizes, but this is different. So the door jambs are painted real nice. The door panels are original, so there's a little age. I'm going to say they've held up well, but they're not mint. But they're not beat up real bad either. The dash area is cool. The dash pad is nice. It's pulled away a little bit by the edge here. But the instrument panel, they compare it to an airplane. It has the machine turned trim, and it has like airplane style gauges. It has a tachometer. The car had good oil pressure when I was running it. They all seem to be working. The clock is only right twice a day. Believe it or not, I turned on the radio and it works. It's a tube radio. It takes a minute, but it works. Nice and clean. Has new carpet on the floor. It's that real tight weave or tight loop carpet. That's correct. Original steering wheel does have a few cracks. Does have the optional automatic. Talk about options for a second. The turn signals were an option. The heater, defroster, interior light, which works. There's a switch for dome light. It works. And while you're over there, there's an oil change sticker from 1997, and it's only had about 500 miles put on it since then in 25 years. The seat, I'm going to guess it was redone. The cushion is nice and firm. The upholstery is excellent. I love the chrome piping and a little bit of chrome sparkle in the upholstery. The back seat, it's split, has this nice armrest in the middle. I think it somehow flops down. But yeah, this is just cool stuff here. All recarpeted. The original headliner held together with these pieces here. I think if someone was real patient, you might be able to get that all locked back into place, because this is not broken or beat up, but it is coming apart a little bit. So very nice car. Remember, it's a 1956 with 68,000 miles. It's not a nut and bolt restoration. It's just a well cared for original car. And in the back corner of this hood, this is that crack, and from a different angle you can kind of see this back corner. I don't know if it got bent somehow, someone opened the hood too far, or what happened at one point, though. Something happened. Okay, big heavy hood. There's a rod here that holds it open. Thank God, because I didn't feel like holding that. Now this is Packard's 352 motor, 275 horsepower. That was very impressive back then. 4-barrel carb, all stock components. The valve cover even says Sky Power 352. It has the right air cleaner, the generator, this bottle. Here's original markings on the firewall. When it went down the assembly line, those markings have been there since 1956. The motor's nice and clean. The wiring is neat. Has the fan shroud. Up front here looks like a transmission cooler. Very curious as to what this is. Luxury something. I'll have to check and see what that is. That's different. We have power steering right here. It's a 12-volt system. I don't know when they started, but I know for Ford, 56 was the first year. So nice cleaned up motor compartment. There you have it. Isn't this a cool piece? You got to agree with that. Colors are great. The features are great. They only made about 4,000 of them. Again, some people consider it the first muscle car. Just a neat piece. I did just Google this. It's called the Luber Liner. That's an oil filter system. So I don't know if that's hooked up to the engine oil or what, but that's what that is there. Never seen it before. And I never knew the fins on this car were fiberglass. So I learned a few things today too. Go to volocars.com. Someone will snatch this car up, so if you like it, you better not hesitate. The salesman can help get this delivered to your door. They'll help with financing at volocars.com. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Subscribe, click on the bell icon. You'll be notified as the new ones are posted. Thanks for watching.